Hey, what's going on? My name is Tanner Recklitis, and today I want to talk about this idea, this concept, this thing called the hiring pyramid. So usually when we're looking at a resume or some sort of application, what a lot of people focus on is actually functions and responsibilities. So typical resume, right? You're going like this. This is your resume. You put your name and address and all that stuff at the top, right? You draw some line. And then you do experience right here. And experience usually ends up looking like this. You write your title, you write the company, sometimes you write like the location, and then you kind of go all the way to the right and you put, X date to Y date. And generally that's what the header looks like. And then underneath that, you're like, well, I oversaw something, right? I coordinated something else. I implemented something else. And then you do the same thing here, right? So title, company, and you do that, and then you just end up listing functions, right? So you're focusing on the things that were assigned to you rather than the things you did. And this is just a standard way of doing things, and unfortunately, most people, their resumes they're bad, right? And chances are, if you're watching this and you haven't given a lot of attention to it, chances are that yours is similar. Because I certainly know that mine has been, and I've had to learn how to better explain and express what I can do. So the much better way to do this, right? To actually express what you can do is actually found in this thing called the hiring pyramid, right? So we'll draw a big triangle. We'll split it up into 3 sections. So the first thing on this hiring pyramid, this hiring triangle, is what I actually just call or refer to as problems, right? So every single company that has ever been created in the world, every single organization that exists was created to solve a problem, right? So the United States government, from a super high level, United States government, it was created to solve the problem of how to govern a new nation, right? And the branches of the government, everything was created to solve this unique problem. A company, right? A company has a foundational problem that they're trying to solve. And companies will try to mystify that, and they'll try to kind of tell this nice founder story, but at its core, every single company solves a problem. Well, in the same way, every single role inside of a company is also responsible and tasked with solving a problem or a set of problems, right? So when you're filling out your resume, when you're writing your application materials, when you're just going through a company's hiring process, you need to really just direct your attention, right, and direct your language to the problems that that role exists for. And if you don't do that, you're just not connecting with them. You're basically speaking like this, and you're just completely missing the point. So level 1 is problems, right? Level 2 is what I refer to as results, right? So this is the idea that nobody cares what you can do, but everybody cares what you can do for them. And when you tie these two together, you actually take the company's issues, right? Like the challenges that they're facing, and you say, hey, I know that you have these problems, and my past has examples of me getting results, of me overcoming that challenge, of me meeting that need, contributing in this meaningful way. And the key thing here is that the more specific and tangible that you can make that, the better, right? So don't just say, hey, I recruited, right? So if we come back to functions, it's like, I was responsible for recruiting. Okay, that's one thing, right? Like if you're an assistant coach at a college, chances are that you're responsible for recruiting in some aspect. So they're looking for someone who can recruit, but they're not just looking for anybody who can recruit. Maybe they have specific needs. So the example I like to use is a high academic school. Well, what they actually need is not just somebody who can recruit. They need somebody who can recruit high character, people who are going to guys who are going to uphold that high academic standard of the institution. So the result in that scenario would be, I was able to, at my previous school, which was a high academic school, or maybe it was a low academic school, but we'll go with the high academic school. Maybe you went to, or you were a part of the coaching staff at a high academic D3, for example. And you're like, you know what? I recruited over 3 years, I recruited 36 student athletes, and we actually increased our team GPA by, 0.2 points. And we had 6 academic All-Americans, so that shows that you're blending not only academic achievement, but with on-field performance. And that's a very tangible result. That's something that's going to really resonate, because it's like, oh my gosh, he or she can not only solve this problem, but he or she has already done it. And the best predictor of future performance is actually past performance. So for you, being able to speak, have your results speak to that problem is huge. And then the third level is systems. Right, so the problem is what the organization needs and wants. The results are how you've done that exact thing or something similar. And then the system is how you did it, right? So it's what needs to get done, what you have done, how you've done it. And results, they're just your reputation, right? But systems are what travel with you. Systems are what you can take with you in between, from position to position, from role to role, team to team, company to company, because you can actually take a system, a way of doing things, and plant it into a new context. And of course, you're going to adapt it. You're going to mold it to that specific context, but you can actually take that system, implement it there, and generate, right, the result that they want. So that's the idea behind the hiring triangle, the hiring pyramid. It's really foundational. And when you take this and apply it here, so instead of going bullet points, instead of going functions and responsibilities, you just list out like, hey, one sentence, right? One sentence. I built a system to get this result that solves this problem, right? So you want to think this way, and then you want to share this way when you create a resume, or you create a cover letter, when you're filling out application materials, whatever it is. And you really want to work up and then back down. And if you do that, you're going to have a much, much stronger application, whether it's resume, cover letter, just written question, video answer, whatever it is. You're going to be in a much better position. So hope that helped. If you like this, please share it. Please share it with somebody you know who's going through a current job transition. Maybe they're looking for a new thing, or maybe they're just starting out and they're like, I don't even know what to do. Because this mindset, problems, results, systems, really is going to just unlock that mentality that they need to get them where they want to go. So thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your time and attention, and looking forward to talking soon.